Final round of the RSM Classic at Sea Island, St. Simons Island in Georgia. Austin Cook seeking his first career PGA Tour victory. Looking at his third shot at the 11th.
And as we mentioned earlier, he was just flawless. I mean, you just don't see too many people play mistake-free golf this earlier in their career.
That was to maintain a two-shot lead. J.J. Spawn giving chase at 16 for birdie.
Yeah, after birdies at 6, 7, 9, and 10. Putting some pressure on.
He was one back at 17 under par. Back to Cook. 15 is a par 5. Second shot from 193.
And last year on the web.com, which is how he gained entry to the PGA Tour, he was in the top 5 in the all-around statistic. One of the straightest drivers on the PGA Tour, one of the best with his iron play. He's fabulous scrambling, and all of those were on full display this week. Just another fabulous iron shot there, looking like it's a walk in the park.
Two-putt birdie there to go to 19 under. Spawn made bogey at 17, so he comes to 18, trailing by 3 shots.
Yeah, this is a player that's won on all levels, Mackenzie Tour, web.com Tour, trying to continue to put the pressure on.
Posted at 17 under, leader in the clubhouse, giving Cook something to think about. Think about this for birdie at 17.
Yes, just a little extra cushion as you play what really is a difficult finishing hole, in particular the finishing tee shot.
That was Dad giving high fives, watching as his son has a 3-shot lead with 1 hole to play. Brian Gay playing in the final group, his second shot at 18.
Great story all week, but started out +2 through 4 today. Almost. Well, not almost. They finished on a high note.
They say there's nothing better than a long walk with a putter. I beg to differ. How about a long walk with no putter?
Solo third at 16 under for Brian Gay. How about a birdie to finish in style for Austin Cook?
Yeah, he'll never forget this week and that moment.
Remember a couple of years ago, he was Monday qualifying his way all over the PGA Tour, and then as Brandel mentioned, went to the web.com Tour in 2016, got his PGA Tour card, and he is a first-time winner on the PGA Tour. 21 under par, birdied the 18th to cap it off. 4-stroke win over J.J. Spawn. Brian Gay eagling 18 to finish solo third at 16 under par. The Titleist Tour Report, Austin Cook with Rex Hoggard.
Thank you very much. I'm joined by Austin Cook. Impressive performance for all of those watching on the outside, but what impressed you the most?
Just being able to stay in the moment and just kind of keep my head level. And they, around the greens, whenever something bad happened, I was able to kind of brush it off and just stay in the moment.
Earlier in the week, your caddy, Kip Henley, said it's the most stress-free 2 rounds he's ever seen. Was it stress-free coming down the stretch?
No. I mean, the way the golf went, yes. But, the nerves and everything on the inside, no, it wasn't stress-free.
I saw the fist pump on 17 after the birdie. Did it feel like a walk-off?
A little bit. I saw that JJ had made birdie on 18 to get back to 17. And being able to do that, make that putt there and having a 3-shot buffer coming into 18 with the, downwind off the right, which was my favorite, I felt very comfortable with it.
We talked earlier in the week about you having these experiences before. You were in the Hunt Shell Houston Open a few years ago. Did you pull on any of those experiences?
Oh, yeah. I think in the Shell and a couple of the Memphis tournaments, St. Jude, I've been kind of there in contention on the weekend, and I've just kind of got too far ahead of myself and just kind of pressed a little bit. And I think I've learned from that, and now, I've been able to just kind of play my game and let golf happen.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and congratulations.
Thank you.
So Austin Cook, 26 years of age, just 14 starts on the PGA Tour, and a first-year player winning at the RSM Classic. Why does this sound familiar? Because last year, Mac Hughes was 25, had made just 9 starts, and also made the RSM Classic his first win on the PGA Tour. Pretty amazing stuff for a young guy from Little Rock, Arkansas, the University of Arkansas, who really earned his way to the PGA Tour through one of the most challenging paths you can imagine. So put this in perspective, guys.
Well, when you see players play and they're jumpy, typically they have a two-way miss. When you see players that play sort of stress-free, they know where their miss is going to go. This game is all about best misses. That's typically the best players. Who is in control of their misses? I watch and look at numbers all the time. I've never seen numbers like this. I've never seen anybody play an entire tournament and not miss a single shot to the right for the entire week. Not one time. He only missed 8 fairways for the week, but not one. The tour average is a little more than 51% of the time. The tour average player misses just as often almost to the right as he does the left. Mostly they're kind of guessing a little bit which way it's going to go. This guy stood up, you just heard him say, downwind off the right. That's my favorite wind. Why? Because he plays a draw and he knows he's not going to miss it right. Typically, if you play a draw, your miss is going to be to the right. If you play a cut, it's going to be to the left. But if you were watching this week, you know, there was some, if you've ever had the luxury of playing this golf course, there are some tight driving holes. And every single swing, was phenomenal tempo. I mean, great technique as well. This tempo is incredible. It's like he had no idea that he was doing something that would change his life. He's going to go to Hawaii beginning of the year, Tournament of Champions, world rank goes up, money goes up, FedEx Cup points, all this. And every single time he swung a golf club, he looked like he was playing with his buddies or hitting on a driving range that was 200 yards wide, and all the while having a one-way miss. You dream of having a one-way miss. And when players are playing really, really well, they have a one-way miss. But rarely, if ever, do they go an entire week and eliminate half of the golf course. And that's why he played so stress-free.
And it was incredible to watch the stress-free. When I watch players on television, I'm watching their face. Number one, facial tension, and number two, their eyes. Are they jumping around? Are they skipping around? Because your eyes are a window to what's happening in your mind. And he was so calm throughout the entire day. You knew that there was some level of, whether he says nerves, but that brain was working on a very even keel throughout the day.
Truly a remarkable story for Austin Cook, and again, back-to-back first-time winners at the RSM Classic. A season of global golf coming to a dramatic close in Dubai on Sunday. After 11 months, one of the biggest prizes would hinge on a single shot. The story from the DP World Tour Championship when Golf Central continues.